Hey guys and gals, Nary here for Drake Queen Gaming. It's something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Minotaur Hotel. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel and get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. Kota and you follow the snake's instructions and set out to the east. For a while, conversation flows between the two of you. However, the hike ahead of you is long and arduous, and the sweltering sun refuses to yield. One can't keep talking for long under these circumstances. You settle into a rhythm and you fall into a trance. Leave a place unattended for too long, and something thicker than silence takes root. It burrows itself and leaves only its eyes out, peeking from the sand. It spreads its roots, grows branches, blooms its flowers, and waits until a wandering soul passes by close enough to graze at its spine. It lowers its branches to grip you and pull you back to your place of belonging. They prickle the back of one's skull and raise the hairs at the nape of one's neck. It wants you gone. These creatures do not welcome the living. Something as shy as one's breathing is enough to tense their branches, contracting them to gnarled talons. But trudge on. Once a place is taken over by these cobwebs, it is bound to take a while to banish them all. Claim the land. Crush the pebbles under the might of your stampede. With your stomping gait, break them open to reveal the jagged flesh within. Leap on top of the precarious stones. Feel them shifting and rebalancing under your weight. As they threaten to topple, jump off to the next. Land soft-footed, and may your heel land without a peep from the rock. Taste your own swaying step as you climb a soft-sanded dune. Have no shame when it grows steep, but trudge on like a beast and slash your claws into the sand's tender chest. Rest your hand out of it as if it was a pagan ritual, as if instead of stray sand, an enemy's lifeblood sprayed out. When your breath quickens and sweat drips from your brow. Oh god, I almost choked there. Glance at the horizon and hear its cries against your might. Let rage simmer at the top of your throat, but swallow it and trudge on, champion. Know well, this is your valley, a cursed land, bequeathed by the gods to humans to do with as they please. Its pebbles threaten to trip you, but are cleaved instead by your march. Its precarious stones shift back and forth to topple you, but are left turned and exposed. The vegetation reaches out to pull you back by the ankles and shoulders, but your will is sovereign. In your wake, all that is left are broken twigs and dried leaves. Have no mercy for this barren soil. Crush it under your heel. You are the realm's master, so let it fear your might. It's kind of like a little bit like the gate from Angels with Scaly Wings. Just as the sun reaches its apex, half a dozen structures crop up over the horizon. There is a human regularity to their placement. Then your clothes are drenched and your face is caked with a layer of sweat, oil, and dirt. But hunger no longer gnaws away at you, nor do your eyes grow weary. In fact, the idea of reaching your goal and stopping makes you restless. As you approach, it becomes clear which is the one most decayed of them all. Some of its ceiling has collapsed, letting in a beam of sunlight. Second now. Water time. While Kota investigates the place, you search for the offering Argos described. You open the door of the cracked kiln. Light pours in and a rancid smell creeps out. It clings to your nostrils and tongue, a metallic, rank scent. It claws its way into your chest and flares the fire burning in you. The contents of your stomach boil up into your throat, and you cringe while trying to keep yourself together. The searing stench is unrelenting. It thrashes inside you, trying to grasp your heart, until a groan brings you back to reality. Inside there is a pit, more than 6 feet deep, dug out a long time after the kiln's original construction. Something shifts inside the kiln. A dark shape whose every movement is accompanied by the rumble of rock groaning against itself. There's a head, with eyes aimed at you and swinging from left to right like someone trapped in a convulsion. The whole thing shudders as it comes back to life and throws an arm in your direction, but shrieks against the light coming from behind you. You jerk back in fright, and in doing so swing the door open further. The thing recoils, shrieks again, and falls down into ruined weeping as its shape is revealed. It's pitch black and made out of stone, but its form is human. In fact, it has the bountiful curves and long flowing hair of a woman. Below the waist there is nothing. Her legs have been smashed away and only dark clumps of jagged rock remain. The thing switches back and forth between recoiling from the light and throwing its arms in your direction. But even if it lunged at you, it would fail. The pit is too deep for the stone woman to reach you in her legless state. It is only then that you look downwards, to a little bundle of leaves waiting for you a few inches away from the door. It fits Argos' description. This must be what he wants you to sacrifice. You obtained a bundle. You take the bundle and close the door behind you. Mr. Alexios, you should be more careful. Yes, that was scary. I think my curiosity got the best of me. But I got the bundle, I suppose. Now that you have the essential, perhaps it would be more prudent if you were to head back to the hotel while I explore the rest of this place. Sure you can handle it? Mr. Alexios, please. I'm an avid and experienced traveler. I may look out of place in these situations, but trust me, I am more comfortable than I look. You wouldn't believe the things I ran into in my travels. If you insist, Kota, I appreciate it. Oh, right, before I forget, Argo said something about looking behind the kilns. You might want to check that out. I will see to it then. The expedition took you long enough, and if you don't want to be out here at nightfall, you need to return soon. You pack up and set out for home. Second, Neil. Water time. Your first stop when arriving at the hotel is the lounge. Since you've spent the last week in a place where food and drink are always at your disposal, you haven't felt this thirsty in a very long while. Your next stop is the master's quarters. You take a long shower to wash away all the grime and tension, and then sit on the couch to rest and reflect on the day. The bundle is sitting on the dinner table. Every once in a while, your thoughts drift back to it, and how little time you have left to sacrifice it. You can only hope that Kota discovered something that might help. After a while, you decide to go check your team's progress. Still wearing almost nothing. Let's check in on the R&D team. Oh, looks like you completed a project. Yeah. Alexios, it's wonderful. Everyone's having a blast. Oh, hey, Greta, what's going on? Is the internet working? Internet? Oh, yes, the internet. Silly me, how could I forget? It is working, we did it, but that's not even the best thing. This whole experience here has given me so many amazing ideas. Such incredible visions for research. I wrote a document outlining a few of them and I showed it to everyone. They were all so blown away by it, they can't even take more than one idea or two before needing a break. Oh, it's beautiful, Alexios. Everyone back at the engineering department will be so jealous. Everyone at the engineering... There's 2 people! That's great, Gret. I'm happy to hear that. I'm sure everyone will love your, ideas. So I take it everything is set up and well? Yes, absolutely. More or less. We got the Wi-Fi to work, but there was a whole mess about getting an internet service provider, and we might be using the internet service provider the Uruguayans work for, okay? So things are very makeshift on that NDC. The broadband is very limited. But it works, everything is in order. But if something goes wrong, I'm afraid I have no idea how to fix it. I'm not a networks engineer. Give me a break, okay? You might want to send their central an email every once in a while, and you'll have to pay the bills, too. But I'm sure that'll be easy for you with a magic hotel and all. Give me 1 minute. We're doing a stress test here. Be right back with you. This music is going crazy. You approach Asterion and Luke. Hell yeah! Check this shit out, Alexios! Luke borderline shoves his phone to your face. It has seen better days. Its sides are dented and the screen is cracked and scratched all over, making it hard for you to read. In fact, right now, Luke's talons are adding new scratches just by gripping it. However, you can make out a lot of notifications on the top of the screen, and an all-cap conversation Luke is having with a contact nicknamed Ma, followed by a healthy amount of heart emojis. We did it, Master. Well, I didn't do much other than explain how to write contracts and make sure everything was in order. The others did the heavy lifting, but I'm happy to have been able to help. Greta has been most helpful explaining these concepts to me throughout these sessions. I feel like I caught up with some of the advancements I missed these last decades. Thinking now, water time. I still feel like I will need your help with learning the ropes, Master, but I feel more confident in my ability to do so. Asterion's tech stat went up by 1. This is incredible news, so should I try logging in? Well, you're welcome to try. The network is Minotaur Hotel, but the password is some stupid German shit word that's impossible to remember. Luke shows you the password in a memo on his phone. You manage to read it despite the claw marks and cracks in the screen making it almost impossible to do so. Oh my god! Yeah, that's right. The German people do have very long words for some very simple words in English. I bet that's something simple, though. Okay, we're gonna have to change that. I know, right? She left some instructions on how to do it, thankfully. So, Minotaur Hotel. Okay, that's memorable and to the point, I suppose. You log in, and for the first time in a long while, your Wi-Fi icon lights up. You managed to establish internet access in the hotel. You can see your completed tech projects under the Tech tab in the File screen in the Pause menu. Alright. What do we got? Through a combination of contracts and schematics, you have managed to establish internet connection inside the hotel. This is all made possible by repurposing a shrine of Hermes in the bedrock of the Labyrinth that establishes a connection to the outside world. You're currently using a rather slow Uruguayan ISP, and you will have to pay them a fee, but that should not be an issue. Okay. Oh yeah, I got an item. Yeah, let me look at that bundle. A coal-like stone bundled with dried olive leaves to be used as a sacrifice. Alright. The excitement in the room is palpable, but you have other responsibilities to attend to. You congratulate the team on a job well done, and go check on the exploration team. Let's check in on the exploration team. Looks like your team found something. You found an old page torn off a book. Note. A small memento of Asterian's past. You can read it by opening the file in the menu. Let's see. Memento, folded note. An epigram written to a wordy, forward, active, and mercurial former master. When asking Asterian about the note, he sadly explains that he recalls having said the last line after not being able to keep up with the master, which delighted him. He demanded a poem out of it. Stop, please, a lord of mine. Fast speaker, mover bold, deft organizer, slow. I listen far too fast. I might sneeze. Ow! Oh god, that hurt. Being sick sucks. Alright. One second now. Alright. By the way, did you get a chance to look behind the kiln? Much to my surprise, yes, there was indeed something else there. Kota hands you a clay tablet. You obtained a clay tablet, revealing one of many tragedies leading to a boy's demise. Ooh, let's look at that right now. Alright. 11th tablet, barter. A clay tablet revealing one of many tragedies leading to a boy's demise. This clay tablet is adorned with flower motifs which cracked and warped during the cooking process. The tablet reads, The night stretched ahead. A veil of fear and darkness covered us. A fire brimmed in my chest, perhaps in his as well. No offer of pleasures could convince him to leave, or to take up the thread-cutting axe to release my father. A sharp crack awakened me from thought. A single ember jumped from the basin down to the shallow pool. I saw it fizzle and die, alone and cold. What sharpness it brought to my eyes! An idea leaped out from me before my own prudence took hold. Dawn awaiting Prince of Crete for a dozen days. Has my father and I taken shelter in your abode, eating from your food and water? As I said, it was my mission to release father from pain, to deliver him to the shores of Nyx to the hands of Charon. I am grateful for your hospitality. So would Tithonus, had he mind enough to spare. I wish to share with you a final memory of joy, a single day of joy as we comb these beaches. But that is not the case. Your duty is too great. It is with sorrow that I must announce, at the break of dawn, father and I shall leave the labyrinth and the soils of Crete for somewhere. Beyond these cloudy waters must there be another one, inspired by the Olympians, who can end our journey. Dawn awaiting Asterian ceased his song and closed his eyes. Grief seemed to consume him, a knot formed in his throat. When words left him, they were cracked and faltering. You know the arts of combat, do you not? Your father in his prime taught you of a blade's sharpness. How long would it take for I to muster the might to wield Hephaestus' treasure, the thread-cutting axe? Perhaps your words held wisdom after all. One must rise up to grant mercy and liberation to a prisoner shackled by misfortune and disgrace. I will do it, Prince of Troy. I shall master the Labyrinth if you would grant me a simple, humble request. Do not leave me alone. Alright, y'all. I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Armor. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to our ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!